Hi everyone, Chris here from My Old House Fix, and today I'm going to give you a comparison on Speedheater products. I've been getting a lot of questions on Speedheater products between the Cobra and the standard 1100. And so basically they're really two different machines, right? So of course the Cobra is smaller. It's for smaller areas. It does about a third of the size of the standard 1100. As you can see, it has a much more intense heat output on it, so the infrared lamps are much more intense. But the 1100 does about 3 times the size, and it's not as much intense. So this would take about 45 seconds of heating on a surface, and it's more perfect for larger areas like clapboard, if you're doing whole walls, whole ceilings, larger areas in the field. Where, I had a lot of problems in the past before I had the Cobra in some of these small corners, trying to hold this Speedheater vertical. It's a little bit heavier than the Cobra. So this is where the Cobra really shines, is in the corners, because it's smaller footprint. Like I said, it does about 1/3 of the size of the 1100. And so the Cobra really fits in the corners a lot better. So if you're trying to do your corners, some smaller pieces. So we'll give you a little demo right here just to show you the difference between the two. So as I said, you want to give it about 3 to 5 seconds. Keep a little heat on it while you're scraping. Comes right off. Bam. So this is good, if you've stripped larger areas with the 1100, you can come back with the Cobra, hit your corners, up in here, your tight edges, up in your tight corners that the 1100 just can't hit. So when you get back to your larger areas, this is where you want the 1100. Again, the bigger footprint. I've got mine on a rack system, so I can move it around. We'll go ahead and turn it over. So I have this 1100 on a rack system. It can go left to right. You can adjust it forward and backward, up and down. So we'll just give you a little quick demo here. It takes about 45 seconds. And what I like to do on the rack assembly is get it heating, move it over to the next side over in this area while I'm scraping, that way I can keep everything moving. And this saves your arms too with it being on the rack system, because you don't have to sit here and hold it. Again, freedom to go up and down, left and right, anything you like. It does take a little bit longer to heat, but you strip 3 times the size in the area. So really, like I said, the 1100 standard model is really better for your large fields and your larger areas like clapboard, large ceilings, and then corners for the rest. And this is almost ready. This is an oil-based paint, so this is just an old standard lead oil-based paint. But it works well with all paints, latex, oil, even milk paint. So we're gonna move this down on the rack system, let it heat that area, and we've got about 10 seconds here. So this is old dry paint, so it takes a little bit more to get off. There you go. We got most of it on that go. So there you go. The Speedheater 1100 for the larger areas, and the Cobra for the smaller areas, your corners, things that are tighter to get to. Remember, always use your PPE, your mask, your gloves, safety glasses if you're not using the full face mask, your HEPA vac, different tools of the trade, different scrapers. I really like the Speedheater scrapers because they're really heavy. They really get an aggressive bite on the surface. They're really aggressive on it. They really work well. You know, as compared to some of these other lightweight ones, they just don't have enough bite. The blade is smaller. They are carbide, but they just don't bite as well. The Speedheater scrapers are really aggressive. They really work well, and I like to use those. So these really strip a lot of paint down to the surface at one time. They really bite well. I like to use these. So we'll give you one more demo real quick. Show you the 1100 in action. I'll reheat this place over here. There you go. It's hard to do one-handed, but you get the gist of it. So this is how it looks when you're finished, all stripped, ready to go. I hope you learned a lot from the video. All right, I hope you cleared it up, the difference between Speedheater Cobra and the classic 1100. All right, hit me up with the questions if you still have any questions or comments, and let me know your concerns, or if you still have any additional comments on the 1100 or the Cobra. All right, Chris out here from My Old House Fix. See you guys.